Hey guys, welcome back to another deck profile, and I'm here with my Dino Orcust deck. I took this to the Fargo Regional over the weekend, and actually did pretty okay. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it was alright record. I was 3-3-1 in the 7 rounds there, so I was 46 out of 106. So it was an decent, I guess, effort with the deck. And the very next day, actually, I took it to a Winnabox at my locals and got first with the deck. So yeah, so kind of a cool, fun idea that I put together. I will, before I start this video, I do have a shout out to my friend New. He came out with this deck first and told me about it, and actually I was actually pretty curious about it, so decided to throw my hat into the ring and tried it out. So yeah, I had to thank him for this idea. And yeah, I guess there's not much else needs to be said. Let's just get right into this. So yeah, to start off, you're gonna start off with 2 Overraptor. Now you're probably wondering why only 2. So because this deck is kind of like just because of space reasons, that's why I only had 2, and you only need 2 for this kind of deck. This kind of deck you're kind of bringing out Azathoth turn 1 with the backed up with the Orcus, and your whole goal is to get at least 2 monsters out. So Overraptor is pretty nice to help adding. He'll then add miscellaneous, and then you pitch some miscellaneous. Then miscellaneous will summon the YOLO. They just go off pretty much and just go from there. But yeah, so Overraptor just is a great card in this kind of deck. You only need 2, just for searching and also stuff like just getting your miscellaneous to hand, and also sending Coatlas. Then 2 Conductor, perfect ratio to be honest. You only need 2 in any Dino deck, honestly, right now. So that's pretty standard. 2 Coatlas. I was considering only using 1. But the fact is that you're stuck into darks when you're using the Orcus, so he's actually pretty nice. You pretty much want to bring him out, usually if you have Pill in your hand after you start using Orcus. But there are times where you can get Conductor out and before you start using Orcus effects. And then next, 1 Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is key in this deck, honestly. You want to, opening turn, you want to... when you normal summon your Overraptor, you want to grab the miscellaneous quickly, and then you just pitch it, and then you just get out your Aolo and then start linking away. That's pretty much what you want to start off with. Like I said, 1 Aolo, pretty much the combo piece and everything like that. And then the last dinosaur in the deck, 1 Pankratops. I kind of want to cut it. This is one of the cards after the last 2 events I went to. I kind of just want to cut it, to be honest, for other cards, and I'll get to that later. I'll tell you right after this, like what I would cut them for, him and another card in the deck. So yeah, so other than that, he was okay, but again, I kind of want to cut him. So now on to the Orcus engine. I ran 2 Nightmare. Nightmare is great. Helps sending your Dark Machines to the graveyard, and is the thing you want to summon off of Mermaid, obviously. And then next, 1 Skeleton for the recovery, and then the 1 Horror for specialing from deck, and then 1 Wand for the special summon from the Banished Zone. I honestly, after this, I would honestly bump this to 2 and this to 2, because there were times where I just ran out of place, and that's not great, to be honest. So I'm hoping after this I'll probably cut another card, the Pankratops, and another card to then make this to 2 and this to 2, because I think that will just make it run smoother, to be honest. Because if you only run 1 of each, you're kind of like, it's a kind of like a one-trick pony, and then you're done. That's pretty much it. Like, it's kind of like once that you just blow your resources out, and then it's kind of like after that you're stuck after that. So yeah, honestly, I would bump this to 2 and this to 2 after the last 2 days. At least that's just me on that. And that's it for the Orcust engine. Now on to some other cards. 2 Ibly. Ibly's great, to be honest, because you can it's a kind of a 1 card way into Mermaid, which is nice. And it's just good to help stall your opponent out and everything like that. Or like, not stall your opponent out, but like stun them pretty much, because now you have to get rid of it otherwise. Now, yes, they can get rid of it if they main deck the Mermaid themselves, but it's good because you have to get rid of it, or else they can't really play. And then another one of the one-ofs is Armageddon Knight, because it's just a dark deck. It's great. Would not play Dark Grepher because of space reasons, so Armageddon Knight's just great. Just perfect, honestly. and then a Phantom Knight engine of 1 boots and 1 cloak. This is to send off the Bardiche to set your rank up. Honestly, I liked this. I will say, like, before this, I only had 1 cloak, but then I was like, I opened it a lot, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna put it in one of the other ones, and to be just, you know, not have that happen, to where I have no target to send off a Bardiche, and it worked perfectly. I like this. I think 1 cloak, 1 boots is great, to be honest, and also it helps you get into some other stuff later, because if you use one of them to grab the Brigandine, you can use the other one to grab your Fog Blade, which is nice. So yeah, I like this ratio a lot. And then 1 Mare. Mare is just for Mare things, to be honest with you. There's not much needs to be said about it. It's the thing you pop. You use Yugioh to pop itself, and then you special this out and just start doing Mare shenanigans. And then Destrudo is great because, you know, helps get our body on board and also gets into Yazi to then, you know, get out your Mare. So pretty self-explanatory. You could run more than 1, but honestly, I think 1's just fine. And then hand traps. 2 Effect Veiler, and 2 Ash Blossom. Effect Veiler's there because I have impermanence in the deck, so 2 of them is kind of like a 2 and 3 impermanence if you want to count that, and then 2 Ash because Ash is just really good. Now onto spells. 2 Fossil Dig because you're only running 2 Overraptor. I felt like running 2 Fossil Dig is fine. You could bump it up, to be honest with you, if you really wanted to, if you felt more comfortable with that, because then you can search out your miscellaneous, honestly, if you already have the Overraptor in hand. So yeah, it's kind of like probably a preference. I decided to just go with 2 Fossil Dig for this because I only had 2 Overraptor, but if you wanted to, you could bump it up to 3. Then 2 Pill because you only need 2, to be honest. Nothing much needs to be said about that. Then on to the Orcust spells, 1 return for draw power if you ever need it, and then the 1 Babel because you set it off of Gaiatea. Then on to other spells, 3 Call by the Grave because Call by the Grave is a combo deck, and Call by the Grave is your best friend against hand traps. And then 2 Dragon Ravine to help send your Destrudo. This is probably another thing I would cut down on. I would probably just cut 1 of them to then help get in your 2nd Horror and 2nd Skeleton. So, like, to be honest, in this main deck, I would just cut the Pankratops and 1 Dragon Ravine to help bump up the ratios on Horror and Skeleton. So that's pretty much that. But this is great. Helps get bait out hand traps and also help gets your Destrudo to grave. Now onto other 1-ofs. 1 Foolish Burial because it's great in this kind of deck. 1 Rhoda to search out your Armageddon Knight, and then the 1 rank up to, you know, to go into Azathoth. And then for traps, it's just pretty self-explanatory. For Phantom Knight ones with the 1 Brigandine and then the 1 Fog Blade, they're really nice. I like them a lot. Bardiche is the thing you want to search off of the one of their Phantom Knights that you send off of Bardiche. And then if you have 2 of them in the grave, you can also grab the Fog Blade as well if you already have the Bardiche. And then the last trap in the deck, 1 Permanence, because it's a permanence and it's really good. I only have 1 because my friend Garrett is gracious enough to let me use it. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. It's a 42 card main deck. I thought that was pretty nice. It worked just fine. Now into extra deck. 1 Gaiatea and then the 1 Longrisu. These guys are great. Never summon this at all, but it's a good option. I honestly, you should just keep it in just to have the option, even though I never summoned it. This was great. I loved it a lot. It helps. It's just great to help set up your Babel and then your return. So this is probably one of the go-to ones in the deck. And then your Nightmare package, 2 Mermaid because it's actually more important at 2, honestly, in this kind of deck because if 1 gets ashed, it kind of sucks. So you're going to have to. So having 2 is just great. Then it also can help summon out your Iblis as well if you already used 1 for the Orcust Nightmare. And then for other Nightmare monsters, the 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, 1 Unicorn, and then the 1 Griffin. I like this kind of ratio. Honestly, after this, you could cut the Griffin if you really don't want to. You don't really need it as often as you think. So honestly, if you want, you could cut the Griffin for some other stuff as well. And then other links, 1 Summon Sources because it's busted in this kind of deck to help get out your plays. 1 Bardiche to set the rank up spell. Borreload, help get rid of problem monsters. And then the Topologic because you're playing Orcust and this thing is just insane with them. just to keep with Babel on the board. It makes your stuff quick effects, and then you can just like pop your opponent's whole board during their turn, which is hilarious. The one Yazi to help get out your Mirror, and then for Xyz, it's pretty self-explanatory. The one Redoer, and then the one Azathoth. Yeah, it's just really good. If you're wondering how you do this, basically you just get rid of all materials off of Redoer, and then your opponent's turn, you play the rank up, go into Azathoth. Played this a lot. It was really good. Honestly, won me games hands down. So yeah, just really nice. It's just really good card, and probably it's probably too good to be honest, but hey, it's legal, so why not play it? So now onto side deck. Side deck was actually was kind of okay, but I'll show it. One DD Crow. I only needed the one, I felt, and it came up a few times and was actually not that bad. Came up against Salamangreat and just some other just decks that needed a certain thing in the graveyard. 2 Sphere Mode. Sphere Mode's good against Thunder Dragons and just other spammy decks that put up a lot of big boards. So yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory. 1 Pankratops, just to have 2. Honestly, I would have moved the other one into the side deck personally. Then the 2 Reaper. I played Reaper on the side. It never came up. Honestly, I never felt comfortable putting it in, but the targets I had were the Kagari and then the Sunlight Wolf, because I was more scared of those 2 decks, if anything. And then for other cards, 2 Twin Twister against like Altergeist and like any other back row kind of deck, and then or like Subterrors, for example, as well. And then for other stuff, 2 Red Reboot. Again, Altergeist and just stuff that needs a certain trap. And then the 3 Evenly Matched if I'm going second. So, but yeah, I'll just go over some matchups quick. During the Fargo Regional, I first round was against Danger Hero. I won that one 2-1. Second round was against Salamangreat. I lost that one 0-2. I did get the Azathoth board up game 1, but I didn't have a follow-up play, honestly, and that's what lost me the game. And the second match, the second game, he hit me with Artifact Lancia, so I couldn't really play at all, which sucked. Third one, I faced Burning Abyss. I won that one easily. Got Azathoth out both times and just, kind of just won the game after that. Third game, I beat Spiral Danger. Won that one, so that was nice. Next one, I faced Subterrace. I lost that one. That was the deck that I showed off on the channel, the top 32 one. So yeah, he beat me. He pretty much had an answer for everything, so yeah, just got unlucky, which was he just had a great counter on me. So just yeah, not much needs to be said. And then next, what was it? What did I lose to? Other than I think the next one I did lose, I forget the deck. Yeah, I can't tell you what the deck was. I just completely blanking right now on that one. But the last match I faced Subterror. I tied that one. I won game 1, and it was a long game 1, and he beat me game 2, but we didn't finish game 3 in time. We had tied life points, so we had a draw. So yeah, so 3-3-1 on that. And then the winner box, I can't really remember my matchups, but I know the final was against ABC, and I won that one when time was approaching, which yeah, so. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. Did decent at the regional, got first at the winner box in the very next day. So yeah, overall I like the deck. I think New came up with a really cool idea, and I'm glad he told me about it. And it's kind of cool to try out. If you ever want to try it out, feel free to. It's pretty fun, and it's pretty funky to drop dinos with Orcust. It's kind of hilarious. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about the deck, leave it down in the comment section below. I'll gladly take a look and see what you guys are thinking on the deck. And what adjustments do you think I should make going forward? Do you think my adjustments I said in the video were pretty good, like statements on what I would change, or do you think I should change something else in the deck? I would love to see. But yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, a comment, definitely subscribe. I should see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.